OK, everybody, gather round. I want you to watch me pay these bills.
Aren't you going to do what you did last month? Dress in rags?
That was to prove a point. A point that obviously wasn't taken too seriously. Do you know, the Butler family is still spending money like there's no tomorrow. But sadly, there is a tomorrow. Oh, yeah. A tomorrow just like today. Same house, same wife, same kids, same job. And listen, if we're going to enjoy our empty, meaningless existence, then we've got to be more careful with money.
Oh, we are careful with money, Ted.
I'm talking about unnecessary expenditure. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Would you care to explain this, Pam?
It's brandy.
Oh, yeah. £2.99. What's wrong with the cheap stuff? Eh? Now, listen, the Butler household is going to have to learn to cut back and economise. And what can we do to help, I hear you ask? Well, for starters, we can save on electricity. Lee, are we in the living room?
No, Dad.
So turn out the lights.
OK, Dad. Dad.
What?
I'm in the living room now.
You're also on thin ice. Turn out the lights. Listen, like it or not, this family's going to learn to save. Now, where the hell are the rest of the bills?
On the coffee table, under your new £50 glow-in-the-dark fishing tackle box.
OK. Come on. Gather round. Gather round. Will somebody please turn the lights on in here? I can't see a thing.
OK, Dad.
Nicky, are we in the kitchen?
No, Dad.
Then what do we do?
Oh.
We'll learn. We'll all learn. You can make big savings when things aren't being used.
So why aren't you a millionaire?
Because I work in a crummy shoe shop, squeezing stilettos onto women who really need a blacksmith. Yeah. And what do I get at the end of it? Nothing. You see, everybody else gets a tax rebate, not me. No, I earn nothing. I save nothing. I've got nothing.
You've got us, Daddy.
I rest my case. Lee, where else aren't we?
In the good bit of Watford.
Go upstairs and turn out the lights.
Oh, God.
And Nicky.
Let me guess. You want me to go outside and beg for scraps?
I want you to cut down on your entertainment expenditure. Records, films, bleach.
Fine. But I'm warning you, I'll steal bleach before I give up my blondness.
That's my girl. Now, why can't you be a bit more like Nicky?
I save, Ted. I'm economical. I'll prove it to you. Look, I bought this bottle of washing up liquid in June 1993, and it still hasn't been opened. Look at this. When most housewives buy vegetables, they use them up and have to replace them within days. But I've made this cucumber last for 5 weeks. So stop accusing me of wasting money and answer the door, Ted.
Hey, who spent 40 quid at a place called 10 Little Toenails?
Well, I'll get it. Hi.
We've been shopping and we brought you some walnuts. Have you got a nutcracker?
You're looking at her.
Oh, I've got one somewhere.
Is that what you earn?
Yeah. It's about the same as your weight. And close the door. You're letting out the heat.
Do you think I'm putting on weight?
Yeah. You're filling out nicely. That was the wrong answer, wasn't it? Ted, for once in your life, would you please get the door?
Just who spent £59.95 on granular facial scrub?
I'll get it.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Ted.
What do you want?
I miss Judy.
Oh, Ted, look at that. It's only been a few minutes and he misses her. I remember when Ted and I were like you two.
Yeah, then we got the telly and things got better. Will you close the door, please? You're letting out the heat.
Oh, now, if you want to cut down on your bills, do what we did. Install extra insulation.
It's saved us an absolute fortune.
Yeah, on top of which we got a huge tax rebate this year.
Now the only problem is we don't know what to do with the money.
Well, why don't you have a couple of kids? They'll suck it up like a Hoover. That's a vacuum cleaner, Pam, in case you want to do something different with it afternoons.
Oh, is this a bad time?
It's his time of the month. Bill time. So what are you going to spend your rebate on?
Well, we were thinking of taking a romantic trip to Paris.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to Paris.
Oh, yeah, Paris. Full of French people. Full of Brit-hating French people. Full of Brit-hating French people who make films with no car chases. Why on earth do you want to go there?
We don't. It was a joke. We hate the French.
You know what I'd do if I had some spare cash?
Bomb the French?
Not with a spare cash. I'd like to build an extension, yeah. Add a little room just for me. Ooh. Somewhere I could go and relax, sit back and read a paper.
Another loo?
Actually, we thought about adding an extension when we first moved in, but we'd need your permission to build that close to your property. We thought it would be an imposition.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. We're friends, aren't we, Ted?
Who, you and me? No.
Would you really consider it? I mean, there would be a bit of noise and dust for a while.
Well, why not? Something else we could hold against you.
Come on, Steve. Let's go and look at our dream house file.
Thanks very much.
That was nice of you, Ted.
Yeah, well, I'm a nice bloke. I help old ladies across the road.
You pushed them out in front of you to stop the traffic.
What's this? £16 for fillet steak? You don't give me fillet steak. Who gets fillet steak? Why does Clive get fillet steak and I only get sardines? Why doesn't he get sardines?
Because sardines make his breath smell. And yours is hereditary.
Dad, I just wanted you to know that I've listened to you. I haven't spent any money today.
Oh, good boy.
I just hope Nicky hasn't either.
Oh, don't. Nicky, what's in the bag?
I bought some jeans.
Oh.
Well, I had to get something. I didn't want to arouse suspicion when I was shoplifting.
That's my girl.
Bad luck, maggot.
Hello, Ted. I got your note. What do you want?
Steve, come in. Sit down.
Oh, Daddy, this is a monkey wrench you wanted.
That's my girl.
Oh, Mum's hairspray. Oh, and Mr. Hollingsworth. I got this for you.
Valium?
Well, I thought it might give you a bit of stimulation.
Did you get me anything, Nick?
Well, I did want to get you what you really needed. But sadly, they'd run out of king-size deodorant.
Oh, well, maybe they'll get some more in. I'll ask when I phone the store detective.
Don't you dare, you little grog!
A couple of years, they'll be gone. So, Steve, tell me, how's the extension coming along?
Oh, well, we only talked about it last night. We haven't had time to actually do anything about it yet.
Good, good, good. See, I was thinking, you know, whilst the girls are down at the gym, this is a great opportunity for you and I to sort of, you know, sit down, have a couple of beers and a little chat, you know.
Great.
So tell me, anything interesting happened today?
Well...
Great story. You crease me, you do. You know the kind of room you and Judy really need, don't you? Is a snooker room for you and me.
Oh, I don't know. I think it should be a room for Judy.
She's got one, the kitchen. No, you need a room where you can go, Steve. Remember how it was when you were a kid, eh? And you had your own room, and you had the privacy to do whatever you wanted. You can do those things again, Steve.
Well, I don't need to do that anymore. I've got a wife now.
What a terrific little wife she is, too, yes. No. Judy would never stand in the way of you wanting your snooker room. Think about it, Steve. Fridge for your beer, eh? Little chalk on your hands. That feeling of the cue sliding through your fingertips, hmm? But most of all, That feeling of adrenaline pumping through your veins as you approach the table. It's the deciding frame, and it's a black ball game, and it's you to play next. You chalk your cue. You settle down and prepare for the shot. The black ball's tight on the bottom cushion. The white is touching. You've got to play away. You strike the cue ball. It bounces off one cushion, pow! Off a second cushion, pow! Off the top cushion, pow! And it comes back at such a speed it hits the black full in the face, sending it back up to the balk end into the top left-hand pocket. Steve, you've won. Yes!
That instructor is gorgeous. Great workout. Do you want a piece of cake?
Great. It really does give you an appetite, doesn't it?
Oh, the boys are at your house talking about your new room. So, what kind of room is it going to be?
An all-purpose room.
Oh, what a waste. Why not build a room with a purpose? Like an exercise room for you and me. Ice cream.
Great.
An exercise room would be ideal. Then we wouldn't have to wait in line at the gym to use the equipment and be laughed at by women who are healthy. Chocolate sauce.
Great. Well, I don't know, Pam. Steve and I wanted a room we could both use.
Oh, Steve has his own room, the kitchen. Besides, aren't you sick of dragging me along each week to be a free guest at the health club? I mean, they know I'm never going to join. Doesn't that embarrass you?
Well, not as much as you're stealing the towels.
That sign said guest towels, please take one. Look, Jude, if you build an exercise room, not only will you look better, but you'll live longer. And isn't that the best possible present you could give Steve? Whipped cream?
What the hell? I'm going to have an exercise room, right?
Right. Now, this exercise room should have a fridge for mineral water, fruit juice and other healthy things.
This cucumber juice tastes very tangy, doesn't it?
I think this is such a wonderful idea, adding a room, isn't it, darling? Ted, Pam, thanks for suggesting it.
Well, what are neighbours for?
Our pleasure.
Steve, let's start getting some estimates. We'll phone some builders.
And architects.
And designers. I want to get moving on this.
I love you, Judy.
I love you, Steve.
I hate them, Pam.
I hate you, Ted.
Yep. Oh, yeah. But they're going to have a nice little room where I can go and play snooker and have a bit of fun.
Oh, I hate to break this to you, Ted, but that room is going to be an exercise room. For me. Oh, and Judy, I suppose, if she can find the time. I don't think she will, personally.
Forget it, Pam. I'm having a snooker room.
I'm having an exercise room.
A snooker room?
Exercise room.
Snooker room.
Exercise room.
Snooker.
Exercise.
Not a chance.
Judy's on my side. She works, she's got power.
I work, but I haven't got any power. Anyway, the important thing is I want a snooker room and Steve's going to build it for me.
Judy will make mincemeat of him.
Not this time. This time he'll be the meat that refused to mince. OK. Get them back in right now and we'll settle it. Oh.
Steve, excuse me, could you come back in for a moment?
We want you to settle an argument between me and Pam. Now, this extension of yours, is it going to be a snooker room like Steve wants or an exercise room like Pam wants?
A snooker room? You didn't say anything about a snooker room.
You didn't say anything about an exercise room.
Well, I thought we weren't going to make any decisions without consulting our life partner.
Well, that's exactly what you seem to have done. Or did you get me and Pam muddled up? That's an easy mistake to make.
What was that about a mincer?
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
You don't even play snooker anymore. At least I exercise, so I can be healthy and live longer. For you.
Oh, Judy.
Ta-da! I suppose I could exercise at the club, rather than have you risk injury or disease at the local snooker hall.
No, no, no. Your body is much more important than my having a good time. We'll build your exercise room together.
I don't want you to be unhappy.
I don't want you to be unhappy.
Now. Come on. Come on. Now, come on, stop fighting. Now, come on, please. Tempers are flaring here. Now, stop it. Relax, calm down. We're grown people. God, blimey, you know, let's sort of cool off a little bit, OK? Steve, we can cool off over here.
And you come and calm down over here. I'll make you a coffee.
So, how are you, Steve? All right?
I'm fine.
How can you be without a backbone? You know damn well we want this snooker table. How come she's the one with the balls?
Ted, it wasn't worth fighting over.
Oh, sure. Our rights aren't important. No. Anything a woman says is fine with us. When did men become such losers? Used to be so great being a man. Women were there to please us, yeah. They'd look after the kids, the house, the cleaning and the cooking, and we'd go out and chat up air hostesses, yeah. That's the natural order of things, Steve. What happened?
Well...
I'll tell you what happened. Someone told women that they should start enjoying sex, too. Yeah. That was the beginning of the end. You see, now they like it, and we have to fake it. It's this equality thing, I tell you. It'll destroy us, you know. You know who I blame?
The French?
Yeah. I reckon it was that Curie bloke who started it all. He was the one who let his wife take the credit for discovering radium.
But she did discover radium.
Sure. Only because he left it out one night. See, that would never have happened if he'd have had his own room. Einstein had his own room. Yes. Do you think Einstein invented the theory of relativity in his wife's exercise room? Ow! He was in his own room with the door locked. Steve, you've got to make a decision. And make the right one. Remember, a man's castle is his pants.
Why is it men always get what they want?
Steve's not getting what he wants.
Oh, they will. They always do. And we let them. It's not natural, Judy. I mean, think of Adam and Eve. He'd name the birds and name the beasts and dig the Garden of Eden while Eve stayed in their cave and watched daytime TV. But then one day he said, Eve, love, lob us an apple, would you, darling? And since then, women have done just what men want. And now you're going to repeat the same mistake by giving Steve a snooker table.
You can't make that analogy, Pam. It's like comparing apples and snooker tables. And Steve seems to really want this room.
Yeah, just like Ted really wanted the workshop. That's why we bought this dump, because it had enough space for a workshop. I wanted a sewing room, somewhere I could go and drink to excess and hide from the kids. But Ted wanted to rebuild his motorbike, a project he'll never finish. So once again, a woman gives up her dream for a man. Don't let him do it, Judy. Ruin Steve's dream now, for both of us.
I don't think that's the best solution, Pam.
Oh, Judy, I didn't want to have to tell you this. But the women in this close really look up to you.
Really?
Well, they know they can't do what you do because they're married to men like Ted. Men who look at their own earwax and smile with pride. But you give us hope. You and your Emmeline Pankhurst, or should I say it, Judaline Hollingsworth Aerobics Studio.
I had no idea.
I know you didn't. You've got to do it, Judy. Let the women look up to you and admire you. Oh, except for those two women who live at number 24 and say they're sisters. Don't let them admire you too much.
I don't know, Pam. Steve's so kind and unselfish and sharing.
Is he?
Steve! Come on. I think we have something to discuss.
Yes, we do. I've decided I want a snooker table.
Well, you're not getting it.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
I hate you, Judy.
I hate you, Steve.
I love them, Pam. With a bit of luck, they might want us to call them an ambulance.
Good afternoon. I'm from Patterson's, the department store. I'm the store detective.
Ah, good. I've been expecting you.
I understand a young lady lives here. A young lady my informant described as cheap blonde.
No brains, tissues down her bra. I'll get her for you. Nikki, there's someone here to see you. Oh, And don't bother brushing your hair. They shave it off at Holloway.
Are you saying she's in trouble?
I'm afraid she's in very serious trouble. You see, the young lady was... Nicky!
Ronald.
Suppose you tell me what all this is about.
Well, she's got...
She's got your wife's telephone number.
Let's just forget the old thing.
Just a moment. If you've been seeing my daughter, I demand an explanation. Or cash.
They're coming and they've made a decision.
Allow me.
We've been talking for hours and we've made a decision.
Well, what's it going to be?
We've decided to build an all-purpose room for both of us.
It's going to be a sitting room where we can escape the pressure of the living room. Where we can be alone together for uninterrupted quality time. It's going to have a bay window, a love seat, and a loom.
Yes, because we've always wanted a loom with a view. So all we need now is your signature on the documents.
Oh, don't know about that. What do you think, Pam?
I don't know. There'll be an awful lot of digging and hammering early in the morning.
Yes, and the dust. Ooh. Seems like an awful lot of hassle for us. And what for is not as if you need another room. You'll never find a use for it.
I can't believe you'd entice us with a room we might enjoy when all you wanted was our signatures on those documents.
We don't like to be manipulated.
I feel so used.
I think you better leave.
You were the ones who said we should build a room in the first place.
It's a bit late for an apology now.
I expected better of you. But we've ordered a loom.
That's a bit presumptuous, isn't it?
Now, hold on, Ted, because I've reached my boiling point.
Calm down, Steve.
Not this time, my darling. I've listened to your Einstein theory. I've listened to your man's castle is his pants. And I've watched while that woman tried to shatter my wife's hourglass figure. And now you're going to hear what I have to say. Vive la France!
What a nerve.
I suppose I'll have to go on being her guest at the health club.
Do you think we've got enough room for a snooker table?
Well, if you get rid of the bike.
Can't do that, Pam. No, one day you and I are going to ride across Europe on that. Avoiding France, of course. Just me, you and the bike.
And the AA breakdown truck.
It'll work one day.
That's what you say about a lot of things.
I'll finish it.
That's what you say about a lot of things.
Hey, now come on, Pam. Let's not fight, eh? Got the rest of our lives for that. Look, I admit, OK, I was grumpy over the bills and everything, yeah. And I was really horrible over the brandy, so I got you this. And I got this for the bike.
Lee, are we in the workshop?
No, Mum.
Then what do we do?